Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up.
Alright, so basically here we have is the fuel pump. Getting this tank down was a hell. It was definitely hell. But I'm surprised that these aren't rusted, especially being a car from up north, which is insane. But we are going to remove these Phillips head screws or these 8mm heads. We're going to remove them and then pull out our pump and see what we can do. Alrighty guys, so unfortunately the fuel tank is very rusty on the inside, and I've been online searching to see if I can find a fuel tank for this 84Z, and I've had no luck. So the only other thing I can do is clean it out. Now it's not like insane rust where it's causing holes in the tank, because the tank seems pretty solid all around. It just needs a cleaning. I've never done that before. I don't even know what to really do. This is the actual pump, so you can see how rusty it is. Like, it's bad, but I think it's pretty salvageable, so I'm just gonna have to do some research on how to clean this, and y'all are gonna see it. So let's try to see if we can find something. See that? Look how nasty that looks. Pretty gross in there.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back.
Alrighty guys, so let me tell you exactly what's going on here. So you remember I was trying to clean out the gas tank. Well, I couldn't really do it. There was too much rust in the tank. So I found this place that actually services radiators. They have an acid dip for gas tanks. They do metal gas tanks in Bartow, Florida. So if you are in this area, definitely check out Chance's radiator shop, I think it is, or garage. I'll leave the link in the description for them. They do acid dipping for these metal tanks. Now, I was on a search for this level sender gauge that actually tells how much fuel is in the tank. They don't make this anymore. There's an alternative that Nissan makes that apparently fits. It has floats and stuff. But I somehow got this one to work. I just cleaned this up with a microfiber towel, some contact cleaner, cleaned it up really well, cleaned up all the contacts, and I put the level sensor, which is this little thing here, if it can fall, that one that just fell right there. That, when I put it all the way up, I saw the gauge start to move up, so that's how I know that works. This is the canister that this goes in. I'm going to put all of this together. Now the next thing is the fuel pump, which I'm going to show you right now what I basically did. Alrighty guys, so this is basically what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for this package to come in the mail, which is all the seals that is needed for this fuel tank to put in our level sender, to put in our fuel pump, and to put in our gas tube to fill the tank. We need these O-rings. They finally came in the mail. This is what we're going to do. While we were waiting for these O-rings, we did get a head start on working on the body. So now that that's kind of almost finished, I'm super excited to put this tank right back in, have this out of the way, and back in the car. So we're going to work on that and get that started now.
We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger.
Alrighty, so this is the fuel pump. I had to modify this a little bit. They do still make this same pump that came onto it. It was like a thick pump that goes on. I didn't buy it. This one came with the car for free, and I saw people modifying their one on YouTube. So it seems like it works for them. So I did the same thing to mine. We're going to modify this. Well, it's already modified. We're just going to drop this in the tank. And I did check it. It does prime. It does work. So we're pretty much good to go. This just needs to go in the tank. That level sender needs to go into the tank. And then the tank just needs to go back up in the vehicle. and we are one step closer to starting it. But before we do all of that, I just want to clean up all the rust that's underneath this vehicle, so I am taking my time to do so. So you're going to see little clips in between of me doing that. So let's get started.
Just like the sunrise, you know that we're gonna light it up tonight. We're gonna light it up, babe. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna light it up.
So we are here with the Nissan and we're gonna try to recreate this piece over here. If you can't see it well, I'll adjust the camera just now, but I wanna talk about it real quick. So we're gonna adjust the piece, we're gonna make a piece here. So honestly, I've never made a piece this big or extreme to a car before. So I tried my best to make one. I don't even know why, oh, here's the piece. I accidentally cut it. It was a bigger piece than this, and it was actually the whole thing wrapped around. I beat it in my hammer and dolly. I put it on my vice grips and I beat it to the shapes that I wanted to. Accidentally cut it in the wrong spot. Didn't even realize that until I came to measure. I was like, oh God, I cut the wrong thing. So I'm not gonna freak out like I normally do. I'm just gonna take this as a positive sign somehow and weld this in pieces, grind it down, make it into one whole piece again. So I am trying to get this fitment correct, which in this one spot here, I think it's pretty much a good fitment. So we're gonna weld this and then I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like right after it's already welded. But take one look at it and hopefully we can get this done right. Alrighty guys, so I'm continuing the body work, but I actually want to see if this runs. I've never ran the car. It's been down for 9 years. So I bought some fuel. I'm going to put it in the tank, which I know I should have finished all my welding before putting fuel in this tank, but I'm so curious. I'm getting so deep into this project that I want to make sure that it actually runs, that my efforts are not in vain. So let us try and see. Right now I'm siphoning all this gas, and then we're gonna be good to go. This makes things so much easier, this siphon pump. Alrighty guys, so we are gonna attempt to get this car started and see if it even turns on. Okay, the level gauge is going even more in reverse, telling me that it's way beyond empty. Level sensor clearly isn't working, so we'll probably need to get a newer one of that. But let's try to crank it. Okay, so it's cranking, that's a good thing, right? Okay, let's try to prime it up again. Let's see if it primes. Fuel filter, it might be clogged. All right, so we're gonna get this started. After 9 years. There we go.
That's just khaki. It's not a press one to use, but you know. Another one I'm eye hopped in. Another one already sells.
Starter fluid?
Yeah.